Hi everyone, hope you're all well. Welcome back to our series of building a website using the Zyro website builder. In this series we are covering step by step exactly how to create a website using the Zyro website builder. In the previous video we talked about building a footer, building a header, some best practices when it comes to building the header, and how to actually use Zyro's features to create a really effective and visually appealing header. In today's video we will do the same and talk about the footer. We'll cover some important aspects to cover. How Zyro makes it really easy to edit footer and add links and make it really visually appealing. But before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on a new video in this series. So without further ado, let's get started. So the footer of a website is the section of content at the very bottom of each page, and it typically contains a copyright notice, link to privacy policy, sitemap, logo, contact information, some social media icons, and an email sign-up form as well can also be included. Basically, in short, it contains information that improves the website's overall usability. Some purposes are basically to provide important information. This might be things like contact information, copyright, and privacy policy links are usually found in the footer. You can also provide navigation in the footer as well to other important pages of your website, like your about page, your blog page, contact page. You can use it to promote social media. It makes it really easy for visitors to follow you on social media and stay up to date on your latest news and updates. And it's a really good place to include an email sign-up form, and this makes it really easy for visitors to sign up for your email list and receive updates from you as well. And lastly, you can use it to improve your website's SEO by including relevant keywords and links to other pages on the website. Overall, the footer is a really important part of any website. It can be used to provide information, provide navigation, and promote social media, collect email addresses, and improve SEO as well. So let's get started with the Zyro website builder and building our footer so far. So this is our website for now, and we have the header set up from from our last video. So if you scroll down, you can see our footer is set up here. So similar to the header, the footer also has its own sort of section and layout of tabs as well. What's slightly different about this footer though is that you can hide a footer on certain pages. It means that you can have different footers on different pages as well. So if you, for example, we're on the home page now, so we'll keep the footer here. And if we were to go on, say, the about page, we can hide the footer on the about page, or you can hide on all pages. And you can see the video if you go into preview. In the about page, we don't have a footer, but if you go back to the home page, we've got the footer there. So it just means that you can have different footers for different pages as well. So we'll go back and we'll go back to the about page, and we will show on this page. But yeah, so to start editing the footer, what you want to do is click on the footer section, and you have the option to edit the section, and you've got different options. You can change the background, you can change the layout, you can change and you can give it an anchor link as well if you ever wanted to link to the footer. What's also slightly different about how the footer works is that you can actually add elements to it. So for example, when we go to the footer here, so we can change the section height if we wanted to. And if we go onto the add element button, we can actually add, for example, a button onto the section as well. And we can sort of see the guidelines as well to make sure that it's fitting properly. But it just means then we can really control like what our footer is going to be looking like. So what we'll do actually, we will just start off from the very beginning with the plain footer section. So we're going to start by adding in our image first. We're going to add our logo. And you can see the logo gets automatically added, and it's within the guidelines. So we're going to resize it, and we are going to change the image here, and we're just going to add the logo. And you can see the logo is being added here. And I'm just going to make that a little bit bigger so that we can fit it. If you click on edit image, you can add the alt text. You can also style it, reset the image proportions if you wanted to. you can set an action link as well. So if someone clicks it, you can open a link and it can just be to the web page as well. So you can have an easy way to link it as well. You can add it a shape, or you can give it an animation. But you can see we've got the image here. We are going to add a little bit of text at the bottom, and it's going to be a little bit of text about the business. And we're just going to click here and just align that to underneath. We're going to edit the text, and we're going to change the text styling. So you can see we've got the different text styling for heading 1 to 6, but we're going to make this a paragraph 1, and we're going to change the color as well. We'll focus on adding in the content later, right now, and we'll just use placeholder content. In our next few videos, we are going to go over some of the AI tools, including an AI content generator as well. But for now, we'll just use placeholder content just so we know what it's going to look like. And yeah, we're just going to start building out the page. So one of the pages that is really useful to include on your website, or one of the other things that is really useful to include on your footer, are links to other pages on your website that aren't linked on the nav bar. So for example, we'll do another heading, and we'll do heading, say heading 5, and we'll call it navigation, and we'll style it white. So you can see we've got the navigation here as well, and we'll underline it just to make it a bit more and we are going to do that. And we are going to do another paragraph to add the links. So the first link that we are going to add is to our privacy policy. And then we're going to do terms and conditions, FAQs, and we'll leave it at that for now. But if there's any other important pages, we can add that as well. But essentially you want to add a place where they can navigate the site a little bit easier. I'm going to copy and paste that again. If you click on that and duplicate, we are going to add some links to our socials. Follow us on, and then there is an element that Zyro have for social icons. We're going to click and drag that over here, and we're just going to click and add all of our social icons onto the website. Edit social icons, and just as last time, similar to the heading, we are just going to edit the icon colors, change the hover states, and then just change the links as well. So you can see we've got the links here. We're just going to add the LinkedIn one as well, and you can see it automatically kind of takes in the logo as well. So we're just going to add our YouTube logo, and that's it. So we've got our social icons here as well. We're just going to align that to, and as we are building out parts of our footer and we're building out the sections, what we're also going to do is go onto the mobile version, and we are going to fix any issues. So right now it's coming up okay. We've got the logo, we've got the text stacking easily, but we are going to also just drag that a little bit up, because you can see the social media icons are slightly low, and we're going to adjust the height as well to remove that gap. But other than that, you can see it's really easy to click and drag around and fix anything that needs to be fixed on mobile as well. And the last thing that we're going to do is add a copyright text underneath. The copyright kind of helps protect our website from basic copyright infringement. So all we're going to do is going to type this in. We're going to add that in some solid text, and we're going to just add that at the bottom here, and we'll increase the width so we can see all of it, and we'll just add that to the bottom, sort of to the middle. And again, just checking that on mobile, and you can see it's a bit squished, so we're going to make the section a little bit bigger and bring this up a little bit, and that's it. So that is our footer setup, and it's set up for all of the pages. If you go back to the home page, you can see our footer set up here, but as mentioned before, you can have different footer sections as well for different pages, and you can add all you want in it as well. It's up to you, but it's good to keep it simple and less cluttered, and make sure that it matches the branding with the rest of your site. So let's go over some best practices for footer design and development. First one is to keep it simple and uncluttered. The footer is the last thing the visitors will see before they leave your website, so it's important to make sure that it is clear and easy to understand. Avoid using too many elements or too much text. You want to make sure that it's designed in a way that's consistent with the overall design of your website, and this will help create a unified look and feel for your brand. This includes high contrast colors as well to make sure that your footer is easy to read. Also use white space to your advantage. White space can help create a sense of order and make your footer easier to read as well. And use typography to create visual hierarchy. As you've seen, we used headings to make the heading to organize the links and the social media links as well to create a differentiation between that. It's just easier to highlight important information and highlight differences between information as well. And you can also make sure that it is mobile friendly. So test the footer on different devices mobile. Make sure to test it to make sure that it looks good and functions properly on devices as well. Additional things including copyright and privacy policy. A copyright notice is a legal requirement for most websites. It should include the name of the copyright holder and the year in which the website was created. And a privacy policy will help visitors understand how you collect, use, and store your visitors policy as well. By following these best practices, you can design and develop a footer that is both effective and visually appealing as well. So that's a wrap on our video on building a footer with Zyro Builder. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and any questions or comments, please leave them in the section below. Join us next week when we talk about building our homepage and other pages as well. And if you're interested in following up with that, make sure to hit that subscribe button and notification bell to stay updated. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next one.